In this podcast episode, Dr. Gabrielle Lyon, a geriatrician and expert in muscle-centric medicine, emphasizes the importance of protein intake, particularly at the first meal of the day, for optimizing muscle protein synthesis. She recommends consuming 30 to 55 grams of protein per meal, focusing on high-quality protein sources that contain essential amino acids, especially leucine. This is crucial for stimulating muscle growth and maintenance, particularly in older individuals who may experience anabolic resistance. Lyon highlights the significance of muscle health in aging and its role in preventing falls and maintaining independence. She stresses the need for adequate protein intake to combat muscle wasting and support overall health. She discusses the differences between animal-based and plant-based proteins, noting that animal proteins provide a more complete amino acid profile and are more easily absorbed by the body. While plant proteins can also meet essential amino acid requirements, they may require higher intake and careful combination of sources to achieve optimal muscle protein synthesis. Regarding carbohydrate intake, Lyon suggests a meal threshold of 40 to 50 grams per meal for sedentary individuals to optimize glucose disposal and prevent insulin spikes. She cautions against excessive carbohydrate consumption, especially in the absence of physical activity. Lyon addresses the controversy surrounding dietary choices, acknowledging the diversity of preferences and the need for individualized approaches. She advocates for transparent discussions based on scientific evidence and clinical experience rather than emotional or ideological biases. Skeletal muscle is described as an organ system that plays a crucial role in metabolism. It is the primary site for glucose disposal and energy utilization, as well as a key player in muscle protein synthesis. The health of skeletal muscle is closely linked to metabolic health, insulin resistance, and overall well-being. Lyon believes that focusing on skeletal muscle is essential for addressing a range of health issues, including obesity, insulin resistance, and Alzheimer's disease. The conversation shifts to the relationship between sleep and skeletal muscle. Adequate sleep is important for muscle recovery, growth hormone release, and metabolic optimization. Sleep deprivation can negatively impact muscle protein synthesis, leading to decreased muscle health and insulin resistance. However, some research suggests that increasing exercise during periods of sleep deprivation can help counteract these effects and protect metabolism. The discussion then turns to stress and its impact on skeletal muscle. Lyon highlights different stress responses, including fight or flight, tend and befriend, and courage. She emphasizes the importance of cultivating a courage response to stress, which can lead to increased resilience and better physiological outcomes. By reframing stress as a potential enhancer rather than a detriment, individuals can better manage their responses and improve their overall health. Lyon challenges the traditional focus on obesity as the primary health concern, arguing that the lack of skeletal muscle is a more significant issue. She explains that physical movement is essential for optimal health and that society's shift towards sedentary lifestyles has contributed to the decline in muscle health. Insulin resistance in skeletal muscle can start as early as one's 20s and 30s, leading to a range of health problems later in life. The conversation touches on terms like sarcopenia, which refers to age-related muscle loss, and the concept of addressing skeletal muscle health early to prevent future health issues. Lyon stresses the importance of incorporating physical activity, strength training, and high-intensity movement into daily routines to support skeletal muscle health and overall well-being. Lyon highlights the significance of strength training and exercise in maintaining and building skeletal muscle. She explains that even children are anabolic and primed for muscle growth, emphasizing the importance of physical activity from a young age. She also discusses the impact of obesity and inflammation on skeletal muscle health, noting that chronic inflammation can blunt the muscle's ability to respond to dietary protein. The conversation shifts to the role of high-intensity interval training, HIIT, in preserving skeletal muscle health. Lyon recommends incorporating HIIT workouts once a week to improve insulin resistance and glucose transport into muscle cells. She emphasizes that the intensity of the workout can be tailored to individual fitness levels, suggesting activities like speed walking or standing up from a chair as alternatives to high-intensity sprints. Lyon delves into the concept of dopamine preservation and the importance of maintaining emotional neutrality. She shares practical tips for building resilience and avoiding emotional highs and lows, such as flipping a coin to make decisions or intermittently celebrating wins. By collapsing the future self with the current self, individuals can better understand the long-term consequences of their habits and behaviors. The discussion also touches on setting standards instead of goals for behavior change. Lyon advocates for establishing personal standards for how one shows up in everyday life, such as committing to regular exercise or following a specific nutrition plan. By holding oneself accountable to these standards, individuals can maintain integrity and fulfill their responsibilities to themselves. She highlights the significance of addressing brain chemistry and mindset when it comes to achieving success in health and fitness. Lyon shares her own commitment to 1 hour of training per day, stating that anything more than that may be a way of avoiding other important aspects of life. She reflects on past thought loops that led her to overtrain and neglect other areas of her life. Lyon stresses the importance of not overwhelming oneself with too many goals, especially at the beginning of the year when motivation is high. She encourages individuals to focus on one thing at a time and to plan for moments when motivation may wane. She also discusses the concept of resilience and how building muscle can act as body armor, making individuals more resilient to injuries and illnesses. The conversation shifts to the societal shift towards a sedentary lifestyle and the need for individuals to challenge themselves physically. Lyon challenges the notion that stress is always bad, suggesting that there are different stress responses that can be beneficial, such as the courage response and tend and befriend response. She advocates for embracing discomfort and challenges as a way to build physical and mental strength. In terms of parenting and instilling healthy habits in children, Lyon shares her own experiences with her young children and the importance of setting a family culture of physical activity. She acknowledges the challenges of maintaining physical activity in teenagers, particularly girls, but stresses the importance of modeling healthy behaviors and creating a supportive environment for children to thrive. The conversation also touches on the practicality of incorporating exercise into daily life, such as using a skipping rope for quick and effective workouts. Lyon shares her experience of doing 500 skips a day during a holiday, showcasing how simple yet impactful exercises can be. Lyon provides practical advice for individuals looking to start resistance training, including utilizing bodyweight exercises, bands, and functional movements that mimic daily activities. She emphasizes the importance of starting wherever one is at and gradually progressing to more challenging exercises. For individuals facing financial constraints, Lyon suggests utilizing free resources like YouTube for workout routines and exercises. She also encourages seeking guidance from friends or colleagues who are experienced in training for support and advice. For individuals in their 40s or 50s who are already prioritizing their health, Lyon recommends diversifying their training modalities and focusing on areas of weakness. She suggests setting specific goals and measuring progress to continually challenge and improve oneself.